Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I'm your most humblest of Orange Doggo hosts, Avera, and joining me is none other than the Noble Khan.
Morning.
Hello. And next up we have Ali.
Hi everyone.
Awesome. Unfortunately, our purple squirrel boy is busy with some life stuff going on, so we're here for now. So I guess to preface this show, something I really did want to talk about. How was your Halloween, guys? Like, was it fun?
I don't actually celebrate it.
Right. Yeah. I think we talked about this last time. What about you, Allie?
My Halloween it was not good because like me seeing the Halloween special podcast that you guys did, it made it fun for me a little bit. It put a smile on my face because y'all put the drawing in it. I extremely appreciate that of what y'all did. But like besides that, I really didn't have a good Halloween because I didn't go out and do anything. Like I all I did was just buy some candy for myself the day after Halloween. And I basically watched like horror movies just to make up for that.
I mean, that doesn't sound all that bad. I was working on Halloween, but I did get to wear my fursuit during my lunch break, and that was really fun. I walked in there, and everyone was like, "What the crap?" It was pretty cool.
They didn't want you to be a store greeter during Halloween.
What?
The store didn't want you being a store greeter during Halloween.
Nah, it was okay.
All right. Should we move on to the first topic today?
Indeed, we shall. Let's go.
So I only found out about this yesterday, but turns out there's a werewolf cat.
The Lycoi, of course, commonly called the wolf cat.
And sometimes werewolf cat. It's a natural mutation from a domestic short-haired that looks to the popular idea of a werewolf. Now, I have to admit, this is like the late 80s, sort of like the 70s, the 80s, and like early 90s werewolves.
I see.
The mutation has occurred in domestic cats over the last 20 years. DNA testing has been done by UC Davis to confirm that the cat doesn't carry the Sphinx Devon Rex gene that was developed in Fulmore, Tennessee.
And Lycoi means wolves in Greek. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, so this is something for both dogs and cat lovers.
Yeah, this is something crazy. So it says characteristics. The Lycoi can vary from completely covered in hair to partially hairless. Sometimes they may lose all of their hair, resulting in them looking like a sphinx, but it grows back. Lycoi are genetically distinct from the Canadian sphinx. Wow. Okay. The hair coat is unique in appearance in that it resembles the coat of an opossum when mostly coated. Standards call for a solid black roan coat, a wedge-shaped head, and a lithe body of solid weight without excessive bulk. Interesting. Lycoi are said to be friendly and unchallenging in their behavior. They display a high level of affection in their owners. Aww. So werecats are a thing. You know what that reminds me of? You ever see Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island with like the cat creatures?
Yeah.
They were basically werecats.
They may have gotten the idea from this thing. What I found interesting is that apparently because they don't have an undercoat, it's what gives them that sort of look. Because all they have is their top coat of fur.
Yeah, almost like mangy or like... Interesting.
Yeah, so this was an interesting cat breed.
Yeah, I want to wait.
I've never seen this before. Like, those eyes are quite menacing. For those of you who can't see it, or if you're listening on other platforms, it has great big yellow eyes with like these slits in them. Looks pretty freaking wild.
Ooh.
Aww.
So yeah, there's a close-up look.
I mean, look at those claws, though. Oh my goodness, it really does look like a freaking werecat. That's cool.
Yeah, nature can be interesting sometimes, can't it?
Yeah. Wait, so is this a domestic cat breed or is it wild?
It's domestic.
Huh.
It's also an expensive breed, apparently. So if you want to fork out for one, but all you're getting is just a miniature dog.
Well, but with retractable claws, though. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. Allie,
Oh, I'm still here.
did you find them cute?
Yes, I found them adorable. I want one myself.
Well, there's my surprise for everyone.
That was nice. Yeah, I find it, like, I don't know if I would say cute, like cuddly, because it would probably try to attack me. It's very interesting, though. It is kind of cute. I'm sure they'd be adorable as like kittens and stuff. Once they grow up, like,
This sort of goes in my book of like Sib foxes as well, if you're familiar with that breed.
What, foxes?
Yeah, the Sib fox.
What's that?
You're Russian and you don't know. They're the domesticated like fox from Russia, if I recall.
I live in America, okay? I don't have a domesticated Arctic fox or some. No.
But then you say you were part Russian, though.
I am, yeah, but I was born in America. So, no, I don't have a pet fox. I wish I did, though. That'd be kind of cool. There's some other really crazy cat breeds out there. Like, it looks like something like a cheetah. It's like this leopard-looking cat. Like, it's really big, but like you can actually have it like as a pet. I forgot what it was called, but it costs like thousands of dollars, like just to buy one. Like, it's
Oh,
bonkers, man.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's one of those like special kind of cat breeds that look like cheetahs or leopards. And
Yeah, it's like spotted. It's like one of those like luxury breeds or something. Oh,
So,
look at
here we
the
go.
foxes.
Yeah, like take this one here, for instance. Oh, that's not good. Dang it. You can't really see, but basically they started barking once they were bred to a point, and their color changed. They became a little more tame towards people.
Wow, like I've seen like people that do have foxes as pets, but I'm not really sure like how like logical that would be, because foxes are pretty like wild.
yeah,
Yeah, they can be domesticated to a point, but the thing is, it's a wild animal, so you got to learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, how about we move on to the next subject? Or did you want to say something, Ali?
I honestly forgot what I was gonna say. So like, no, it's fine.
Okay, so
All right. Time to strip the cuteness away from the podcast and, well, strip strippy.
now we're getting into some heavy stuff. Everyone knows
So-
GTA, Grand Theft Auto, of course.
Wait,
But
who
here
is
we
this from
have
again?
GTA players are concerned about censorship in the new trilogy. Which, by the way, guys, yeah, there's a new trilogy coming out of GTA. Amazing.
This is on the Dex Tour 2 website.
Mhm.
Months after, after months of speculation, Rockstar Games gave fans their first look at GTA, the trilogy, the definition edition. However, despite the next-gen polished, fans are concerned about the preservation of their more There, I lost it.
Of the more controversial content. Yeah, GTA's. Well, I remember back in the day when it first came out, it was pretty damn controversial. This is during the time where a lot of conservative soccer moms were very upset about violent video games, and GTA was actually pretty damn edgy for its time. Like when it literally first came out, like there were curses and you were like hijacking cars and all kinds of crazy shit, or carjacking, whatever. But yeah, it's been quite the roller coaster. Anyway, the article goes on that says, every Grand Theft Auto fan has their favorite when it comes to the original 6th generation era trilogy. Be it the beaches of Vice City, yeah, dude, Vice City was fucking dope. Or the cityscapes of San Andreas, oh, that's my favorite one. The time has come to revisit them with some next generation polish. Oh boy, what does that sound like? Mm-hmm.
Hold on, got a comment here. Boombox, I want to run over hookers.
Yeah, exactly. Rack up all those stars, like those police points, until eventually they start sending the fucking tanks after you.
They're like, oh my god, I remember my parents not giving a shit about me playing this game when I was a kid. They never gave a shit about it.
Panda the
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
Is it a remake with modern graphics or just upscaling graphics?
Well, I think it's going to be with upscale graphics as well, because of course it's a new game. Obviously, yeah, they're going to polish it, but I think it has more to do with the actual censorship going on here.
Well, they might be sporting some pleasing aesthetic upgrades. Have each of the game's content seen changes to fit into today's social political
Oh,
God,
wow.
you don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Did GTA change to our social political climate nowadays? Jesus Christ, dude! Like, if they have like if you're playing GTA and there's a fucking like mural of George Floyd on like one of those fucking buildings you're driving past, I mean, bro, what if they did that?
The fans of the long-running franchise have started to voice their concerns about censorship within the remaster trilogy. The remaster trilogy runs on Unreal Engine 4, whatever that means. Rockstar Games are known for sharing their I lost it again.
Their satirical lens on the world
Through the narrative.
Yeah, and characters that exhibit the GTA world. GTA 5 examined the bleaker notions of the American dream, while predecessor GTA 3 offered commentary on Italian-American mafia crime organizations. Oh, yes, they freaking did.
Naturally, delving into some of these topics leads to, at times, unsavory. Oh, for crying out loud! What are people expecting? Teletubbies? Sorry, I just.
I mean, it's literally called GTA, Grand Theft Auto,
Theft Auto.
which is a crime. Like, bruh. Controversial political correctness? Get the fuck out of here.
Depictions of controversial elements. However, fans have been quick to point out that this factor is essential to upholding the sharper edge of Rockstar Narratives community in a trilogy that laughs in the face of political correctness. So we got a tweet here from GTA. Phil Cassidy's shirt has been altered to remove the Confederate flag in the trilogy that laughs in the face of political correctness. What else have they altered to please the modern audience? Radio ads, disconnect character dialogue. No, for crying out loud, doing this is just wrong.
Wait, so they're removing the Confederate flag? That is crazy. Obviously,
I'm sorry, but
like-
isn't that part of his character?
yeah. What the hell? Like, people can wear whatever the fuck flags they want to.
Okay, are they serious about that?
Apparently.
Yeah, because
Oh.
this is offensive somehow. Like the rebel battle flag is offensive. Or I
Oh
think,
my
Allie,
God.
didn't you say it was called the Dixie flag?
It can be called either the Dixie flag or the rebel flag, but like I know, I pray to God that my older cousin does not find this and cancels me for this shit. But like, there's nothing wrong with the fucking flag. Sure, it
Bro,
has
this is
some-
this is a character in a video game, and they're changing it because it's not socially acceptable. I mean,
like, seriously,
what?
like, okay, I understand the flag had some fucked up history with it, but it can be reclaimed as a Southern pride flag to change it for the good.
I'm not defending anything like that. I'm just saying in the game, I think it's stupid that they had to change it to a freaking skull because they thought that other people would get so upset and offended by seeing it.
I know. I'm just
Fucking
pissed,
lame.
I'm just pissed off about that in general. That is ridiculous.
Examining the character of Phil Cassidy, voiced by Gary Busey, I probably butchered that horribly. Eagle-eyed players have noticed the Definition Edition trailer had retroactively changed the character's clothing to remove the Confederate flag despite showing no personal belief in the meaning of the flag. One fan said the fact that it is used as a means of mocking stereotypes, that's the whole point.
I was
Yeah,
just
that's the
about
whole
to say
point.
that. Yeah, like if you wanted to like portray a redneck, like yeah, of course they're gonna wear the fucking battle flag on their shirt. Obviously they're gonna fly that shit. Yeah, it just makes sense. Like it's silly, you know. It's a funny thing to see, but the fact that they're getting rid of it because there's a social political culture, that's so stupid, man.
I seriously wonder if they're going to replace all the firearms in this game with like Nerf blasters.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It turned them into like or like water guns. Remember when Apple did that? Like we used to have the gun emoji, and then they turned it into like a fucking green water gun.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, but like shit.
I'm going to show my age here, but fuck emojis.
Yeah, true.
Look, I apologize for talking about all of that with the flag. Shit like that just pisses me off in general.
No, me
It's
too.
cool.
No, it totally pisses me off. Like why are they? Why though? Like it's petty. I think this whole censorship nonsense. Like, yeah, obviously you're trying to portray a redneck with the fucking Confederate flag on him. Like
If
that's
people
just what
wanna
you do. It's pretty damn common down there.
If people want to have their socialist sort of pose statue things, replacing like the ones that have been around for what 100+ years, let the Southerners have their flag.
Yeah, like
I mean, that's the whole freedom of speech bullshit. Anyway,
yeah, like like I'm sorry for interrupting. I apologize for that. But like, yeah, like I said, like sure the flag had some fucked up history to it with slavery and everything, but if African Americans can reclaim the N word, then we can reclaim. I mean, then Southerns like me can reclaim the flag as a Southern pride flag. That's just ridiculous of how they're doing that.
adding to the richness of Rockstar's writing, another fan said the simple character building should be allowed to use various traits and beliefs, especially to allow more complex stories. Yeah, that's the thing. Have it as a foundation of the character and then build on it.
Yeah.
Really, what the hell?
Yeah. Again, I extremely apologize for ranting.
No, yeah, you
No,
didn't. It's
that's
fine.
fair.
Here's the thing: like, I would never like wear a shirt or something that had the Confederate flag on it because, like, I'm really not all about that. But if someone did do that, especially like in a video game. Obviously, it's supposed to be satirical, right? Like they're supposed to represent some type of exaggerated character, like a caricature, basically. Yeah, I get it. Like that's a great way to do that, I think.
Yeah. I wish I had some alcohol in me. Shit.
Well, all right. Let's see.
However,
So, however,
others.
others
Oh, you
have
can do
been
this
more
one.
critical of Rockstar's decision to alter Vice City's content. Quote, I guess we'll get a censored, watered down version because some of the younger people are too dumb for satire, unquote. Yeah, that is fucking true. That is so damn true. I guess we'll get a censored, watered down version of what these characters are supposed to be. Yeah, because younger people are so fucking brainwashed and stupid. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Another quote here says, Rockstar has become the thing that they mocked for so long. Another fan said, criticizing Rockstar's direction in recent years. Yeah, sadly, that's kind of it. Like, they used to be fucking edgy, like from Boombox. Does this mean that the gang members can wear red and blue? I don't know, man. Depends like what colors you wear and what neighborhood. You all gotta be careful about that shit.
Seeing this has really off-put me from the idea of even thinking of purchasing that pack. I have GTA 3 and San Andreas, both on the PC and also the original PlayStation 2 consoles. So, yeah, I think I'd rather play those. And if anyone wants to go off about how, can't install it on modern computer, it's like, yeah, screw you, whatever. I got plenty of old PCs.
I am never playing GTA again after.
I haven't played GTA in like 10 years, probably more. Like the last game I played was San Andreas. I also have Vice City, but like, yes, San Andreas was the shit back in the day, and it really was controversial. Like my parents were not happy that I went to my friend's house and played that game because like they heard about shit on the news and they're like, violent video games. Like there were articles about this years ago about like how controversial this game was because it was literally carjacking people and killing cops and stealing money from hookers and killing people. It was fucked up. But it's a fun game, though. It's great.
What really bothers me is that people get sort of antsy about the whole GTA thing, and yet no one really pays attention to the Postal games.
The what games?
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I didn't hear you.
Postal.
You mean
Postal
like
2 Apocalypse Weekend?
The Postal Service?
No, it's a video game series. I should get you to watch the movies.
I'm not familiar with that.
Well, let's put it this way. You think GTA 3 is edgy? GTA 3 looks like a play school compared to Postal.
Whoa.
You walk around.
There's definitely some crazy games but was Postal like created after GTA? Probably, right?
No, before or around the same time. Or around the same time. But basically, Postal, you can walk around and you can just start taking pot shots at people. You can walk around, you can find a dog and you can train it to attack people. You can piss on people. You can blow shit up. It's like a sandbox.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
And how they allowed people to actually play this game and get it released, at least in the States, is that you don't actually have to do anything to win the game. You can literally just walk right through it and avoid the protesters, avoid the police, avoid everybody, but you still get arrested during the game.
Wait, so is it like an open sandbox world, or like what's the goal
Somewhat.
here? Like, what are you trying to do?
You can basically run around and do shit.
So
Nothing.
It's like Gmod?
Something like that.
Okay, no, it's kind of like an open world kind of exploratory thing.
Yeah, you go around
whatever.
Just do shit. I mean, they took items like from Duke Nukem 3D, like the pissing scene in that.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Really, Postal is effectively bottom of the barrel when it comes to games. Great to have fun in, and the type of game that should be banned throughout history. But unfortunately for us, it's still allowed.
There
As
was
for the
another-
movie, I seriously have to get you to watch that, Avera.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look into it.
How about you, Ali? Have you ever heard of the Postal series of games?
I I think I heard it on I think I heard about it on someone's channel like a few years ago, and that's how I kind of know. So like yeah.
All right. We got a live comment here from Panda the Man. He says, in Postal 2, you can kill Gary Coleman. What? Holy shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, there's this whole scene where you come out of a hospital and you kind of start tripping.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah, you seriously need to get on Steam and play that game, Pavera.
Mm-hmm.
Postal 2 Apocalypse Weekend, Postal 2. I think there's like 3 games all up. Okay. So what did you want to talk about next, Avera?
Oh, well, I did just want to ask you guys this question about GTA. Do you think that by them removing certain things, like the Confederate flag from like one of their characters' shirts, do you really think that's going to make a difference in like viewership or like gamers or anything, like in sales?
No, it won't make a
I
difference.
I don't think it will. I think this is virtue signaling, honestly.
Yeah, the only thing that it will do is satisfy the SJWs.
But does that actually count to sales? Because as someone who played the games as a kid, yeah, I'm not interested in playing this definition guide, this re-release of it. If you're going to strip out all the good stuff, or at least try to sanitize it, I just don't want to play that.
I mean, I
Exactly.
gotta say, like, GTA was pretty harsh when it came to their treatment of women. The prostitutes and the girls that you would meet up with on missions and whatnot. I mean, it was, yeah, it was pretty like the harsh reality of life, basically, in like some Chicago suburb or whatever. Like, it was pretty fucking bad.
Didn't they also have some mobsters as women as well?
They had that too, yeah, yeah. It was a whole myriad of craziness, but there was definitely women being used and abused in that game for damn sure. Like, how many prostitutes have you run over in your car, chasing, like, running away from the police? Right? It just happens. It's a crazy
Well,
game.
I used to run over all kinds of people in that. I used to love summoning the tank and just like plowing
Yeah,
through the
dude, the
police.
tank. Okay, so I remember playing. I think it was either Vice City or San Andreas. It might have been Vice City. There's like this secret area you can get a minigun, and if you find that fucking minigun, bro, like it's bonkers, man. Like I remember, like I didn't even have like cheats back in the day. Like when I was first playing it, I just discovered it. I think it was like behind a billboard, like on top of a hill, like far away from the city. And I was like, "What the crap is this?" And then I picked up that minigun, and I was like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
yes, the world is mine."
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was epic.
So, Avera, I had a personal experience with GTA 3 as a kid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I learned you don't talk about that shit in college
in college. Wait, why?
because I had a visit from police.
Because you're talking about a game? What the crap? What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Well, basically, I said in class that I used to play GTA 3 on PlayStation 2 and how, at the time, and what I'd like to do is to go to the top of a building and just start taking pot shots at people.
Oh,
And the police were
Oh,
like, yeah,
yeah.
you should say that sort of stuff in class. And I'm thinking, wait, video game? I can't talk about playing video games and what I do in them.
Oh no, I think they thought. I think they thought that you were for real about going up to the roof of the school
Yeah.
and start shooting. I think they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficult part about that, I was living I wasn't homeless, but I was not at home anymore. Don't have access to firearms, and firearms in my country are a bit of a pain in the ass to get your hands on. So yeah.
Yeah, but super easy to give to the government.
Oh yeah, they got an amnesty running constantly in my state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole buyback thing. But
Oh, they
yeah, I
get all the
mean,
rusty ones.
GTA was pretty freaking crazy, man. Like I remember, being like, I think I was like 10 or like 12 years old playing this game, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, they're using curse words in this game. Wow, what the heck?" Like, little me, like 10-year-old Avera, I'm just like, "Oh, they said the F word? Whoa, this is different." Like I used to play like Spyro and shit. So yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
I love GTA. Like it's so fun.
I remember when I was a kid, I used to play an old version of Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation 2.
Hmm.
And like, yeah, my parents did not give a shit about me playing that game as a kid. But the one, okay, this is something a little different from that, but like, whenever whenever I used to play it on the PlayStation 2, I always hate that screen thing that the PlayStation that like the sound that the PlayStation 2 used to make, like the little error sound.
Oh, the error sound. Oh, dude.
With
Yeah,
the
I get it.
with the
That's
red
lame.
boxes as the like yeah.
Yeah. I think my parents didn't like me playing that game because my dad's a police officer, and the game was literally called Grand Theft Auto, and like you're fighting the cops and shit, like committing crimes to like make money and do missions and shit, like for gangs or whatever. But yeah, they really didn't like that all that much.
Well, equally, when you started doing your like fun stuff, quote unquote, you
Mhm.
did get arrested at least.
Yeah, dude, you did. And like you actually like went to the whole booking process, like in the jail. And I remember breaking out of the jail with like those sticky packs of like remote control bombs or some shit. Do
Oh,
you
for
remember doing
crying
that?
out loud!
Dude, that was
Never did
wild.
that.
Oh, dude, I did. Holy shit. It was funny. I remember
Yeah,
being
but
in the jail area and I had like these, like you can throw a bomb. It was like a little rectangle with like an antenna on it, and you can like click a button and make it explode.
yeah, the important thing is that people need to realize, remember, and continue on from. You only do this shit in a game like this.
Yeah.
You don't go off and do it in real life.
I mean, who the fuck has a minigun and a tank? Like, come on.
Don't ask the question.
Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, probably somewhere in Russia they have that, but
Oh,
whatever.
oh yeah,
No, Americans have tanks.
oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna commit arson in real life, of course.
Oh my goodness. No, it's crazy. Like
And
I also
fortunately,
really loved
sarcasm.
I loved the cheats in that game. My favorite cheat was flying cars.
That
Did
was
you
a
ever
good
do that
one.
one? Dude, it
Yes.
doesn't just affect you. Like it affects other people, like other NPCs like in the game. Like you'll be driving around and like you'll look up in the sky and see like flying cars like crashing into buildings and shit. It's really funny. Like if you go too fast, you just start flying. It's fucking bonkers. Man, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Um,
Shall we move
so
on?
yes, this I only want to go over quickly and not sort of cover in depth. But guess who's coming back? They got
Hulu's
renewed for a second
Animaniacs
season.
Season 2 review. As you guys know,
Yeah.
we spoke about the Animaniacs coming back, I believe, on our podcast about, this was probably like 3 or 4 months ago. It's been a while since Animaniacs kind of came back on the scene. It's still directed by Steven Spielberg, I believe, or produced by him. But yeah, the Animaniacs are pretty legendary for all you 90s kids.
If
Fuck
you
yeah.
watch the first season, I think it was like came out last year.
It was
That
that
had a
long
couple of
ago?
problems.
Really? It was a year.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I thought it was like 6 months.
No, this was like last year or the year before. It's been a while.
I mean, 2020 is a total fucking blur to me. So,
Yeah. The
yeah.
the fact that they've done season 2 really makes me wonder how popular it actually was.
I remember it being very popular back in the day. And like the
Well,
original cartoon was classic.
I mean season 1 of the reboot.
Okay, yeah, that one. I think it had some pretty positive reviews. I mean, I've seen it. I thought it was really good. There were
Most of it was
some
good.
political jokes in there that I really wasn't on board with, but for the most part, it was pretty wacky, pretty zany. I liked it.
I don't need a song about what was the dot said about
Mansplaining, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
mansplaining about manspreading. Seriously.
I did like how they went into that room and like they turned on the fucking black light, and it showed like some like invisible rave happening. Like that was pretty fucking wild. You remember that in season 1?
Yeah.
I really hope they do something better with the chicken in this one.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's see what this article says about this.
Oh, there we go. With the 90s nostalgia in full swing these days, it's sure been nice seeing the Warner siblings give a second lease on life. The season 2 of Hulu's Animaniacs rebooty is every bit as goofy and entertaining as the first, even if the second batch of 13 episodes does very little shaking up the established format. You surely know it's dull by now. The series revolves mostly around slapstick antics of Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. Man, I sound dull. As they continuously escape the confines of the Warner Brothers water tower, and run amok across the pop culture landscape. Nothing about the formula really changes in season 2, although the writers and animators tend to use more elastic this time in terms of setting and time period. Case in point, season premiere features a legendary segment set in ancient Rome and casts Emperor Nero as a long-winded...
A long-winded populist buffoon. Yeah, Emperor Nero was kind of fucked up. But I do like the concept that these characters have been locked away in the Warner Brothers water tower for so long, like since the fucking 90s. And now they come into like our world and they're looking at like technology and they're trying to like get back on the scene. Like in the old show, like they always escaped from the water tower. You know, you had that freaking guy with like the butterfly net, you know, trying to catch them and put them back. But no,
I
that's
really
cool.
would like to see Road Rover. Sorry, I'd love to see Road Rovers being given a second chance.
Yeah.
That hysteria.
I also like how, in the reboot, I think we did talk about this, I guess last year, right? That the original voice actors actually came back to like reprise their roles. That was cool. And here too.
In case you were wondering, yes, there's still a fair bit of political humor targeted at the previous presidential administration. That said, the series does succeed on casting slight wider net this time and not relying too much on political jokes that became outdated. Sometimes between the scripting and animating phases, there's any sort of through line at all in this very plot light series.
Yeah, I would love to see them satirize Joe Biden. Wouldn't that be freaking hilarious? Come on, man. You know, he can like dress up as like Corn Pop or something and threaten to like, you know, do some push-ups in the back of the yard or some shit.
Yes, like I believe that they should keep that neutral. If they satire Trump, then they should do that to Biden as well.
Oh yeah,
I'm
of course.
I'm sorry, but looking at Dot, she looks like a Luxray. With that rope. No, seriously. I mean, if you Photoshop that flower at the end of the rope onto a tail, she'd look almost like a Luxray.
Yeah, you know what?
Is that a Pokemon?
Yep.
I thought so. Okay.
Like
Hang on.
I did saw a clip of the anime one that they did, and I thought that was really cool. Honestly, I'm hoping that they do something related to furries as well.
Well, this might sound like a really nerdy thing to say, but I'm gonna just say it. Like recently, I was actually watching the Animaniacs song, like the country song. You know how it is, like
Oh,
yeah, everyone knows that, right? Like the whole country's rap, like they're talking about like they're naming every country, but like they're rhyming it. And when
yeah.
they did that back in the day, they said some countries that don't exist anymore, like South Sudan, like isn't even a thing in that video. So I thought it was really cool. It's like a historical kind of thing to like listen to their country song and be like, well, you didn't mention these 5 countries that existed after the 1990s. Interesting.
So yeah, there's Luxray here, hence the tail bit.
Oh
The
yeah,
black
well,
tail
she
fur.
does kind of look like her, especially like with the big eyes and that tail.
Yeah, now all she needs is a taser, and it's completed the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't seen the second season of Animaniacs yet. Is it out on Netflix? It is, right?
Sorry. I think it's still being released on November 11th.
Oh, okay, so it's not out yet. Okay.
No.
I only saw the first season. I don't think I saw all the episodes. I saw like maybe 4. But
Yeah.
it wasn't that
I'm
bad.
gonna.
Like I obviously they do satirize politicians as they should. But damn.
Man, have I got Pokemon on the brain. I can't stand watching the show at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna see the second season. Maybe, probably
I don't.
I will.
Okay.
I love Animaniacs, dude. Like I grew up on that shit. It was awesome.
Yeah, I have a question for both of y'all.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Do y'all think that the Animaniacs can get too political with their stuff in certain episodes?
Oh, the original series, they used to really go at it hard.
They went hard in the original series. Dude, do you remember that joke about Prince? About fingering him?
Yeah,
What the actual crap? How in the fuck did that get through the censors? I wonder.
I still
What about
remember.
Didn't they even
Moron?
like make a joke about that too, like in their intro?
Yeah,
Oh
that
no, that was
was.
Tiny Toon Adventures. No, never mind.
I mean,
They
that
were like
was.
talking about the censorship. But damn, like back in the day, fucking Animaniacs, like they really did get away with a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know about like nowadays, considering our politically correct social culture and all that stupid bullshit.
Oh, that makes me want to
Yeah.
fucking gag.
Yeah, so I don't
Vera,
know if they're going to, but
don't forget about Moron.
how could I? But seriously, like Animaniacs really was like some crazy shit. And I'm hoping that season 2 really does push those boundaries as far as they can possibly go, just to get that 90s nostalgia back.
Just
Yeah,
Wouldn't
do
that
it
be kind
the
of cool?
right way.
yeah. What I don't hope for is what I'm hoping that they don't do is like bring something LGBT related, just like how a lot of media does that now these days, which I don't like. Like,
Oh, let me
really?
guess. Wacko is going to come out as trans. You know, it's funny. They did that in Rocco's Modern Life, another classic '90s cartoon. There was, I think, Mr. Big Head's son decided to become a woman, or maybe it was vice versa. No, I think he called herself Rachel or some weird shit like that. Like Rocco's Modern Life also had like a reboot. I guess this is like a trend or like a thing that they're trying to do. Like Animaniacs came back, so Rocco's Modern Life, same thing. But yeah, they tried to do that for some reason. It didn't really make sense. I mean, I got no problem with people who are transgender. Like I have a bunch of trans friends. It's fine. But like
Yeah,
if you're doing that in a cartoon, like at least make it make sense, like for the story.
exactly. Like that's basically propaganda on what they're trying to do. Like they're trying to,
It's pretty weird. I mean,
yeah.
well, Rocco's Modern Life was also pretty fucking weird. Like they had a lot of moments that somehow got past the censors. Oh my good lord.
I remember one episode that got past the censors for some reason, and it was
Mhm.
fucking funny.
I much liked it when they were dropping the anvil on the censor's head. That was
Yeah,
more
that was
entertaining.
funny. Well,
All
I
right,
do
so what's
remember.
next?
Ah, yes, indeed. What is next? Do we have
I
the next article
think
coming up?
you wanted to talk about something Pacifica, Vera.
Okay, lay it on me.
You said something about a game. Oh no, that was the whole GTA thing, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, it was. Well, there was something that I did want to discuss with you two guys because both Ali and Noble, for those of you guys listening who don't know, they are very creative and intuitive people. And I think it's really important that we feature our creative artists, like for their talents, what they do. It's really freaking cool. So Noble, you're actually into like textiles, and you've invested quite a bit in sewing machines and like perfecting your craft. How's
Yeah,
that going, man?
I'm more learning how to repair them, and a lot of them have been free, to be honest.
Yeah, but you are damn talented, though.
I've only been doing it for like 2 years. Luckily, I found work, but work's not exactly what you call fruitful when it comes to pay. As for
Well,
spending money, I've got a discount with a supplier in Australia for stuff. And when you can get stuff half off, it's like, well, I'm going to take advantage of that until I can't anymore.
okay. Well, for those of you guys who don't know, Noble helps us with making our armbands and other things. You are extremely talented, dude. Like, you are.
Having access to a laser cutter makes things easier. Although I've still got to polish off the design of the armbands, though.
Yeah, nice.
Allie?
Oh, yes. What, Vera, thank you so much for bringing a topic like that up. You are too sweet. I swear. But like, yes, I do art myself. I do traditional furry art commissions, rather if it's feral or anthro, safe for work or not safe for work art. I, I like I do commissions are like about $15 each. Um, I like if anyone like I have put my information on social media and everything. If
Hmm.
anyone wants to like commission from me, that's totally fine. If not, I also understand. Like I'm basically just trying to save up for free for all, like which Avera is going to next year as well. I'm very excited to see him at the
Right
con.
on. Yeah, and fun fact, I actually drew your profile picture, but you also added some of your own like digital stuff, so it's more of like a collab kinda.
Yes,
That's
yes,
super fucking cool.
yes. Like I So like he messed up a few things, but that is totally fine. I'm not mad at him at all. I still love it either way. I managed to fix it anyways. I am planning to like come up with a permanent design
Mhm.
for her. Like I wanted to put some black in it, it's some purple in it as well. But besides that, yeah, I really love the drawing that he did for me as a birthday gift that he did for me back whenever it was my birthday.
Aw, thanks. And yeah, like I said, sorry about not putting your blue hair in there, but you, you fixed it, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Allie is an incredible artist. Definitely check her out. Like if you guys want like commissions or something, she's totally open for all that. For me, um, I'm a traditional artist as well. I do like a lot of paintings, drawings, watercolors, stuff like that. It's pretty fun. I've also made like badges like for a bunch of my friends.
I have a curiosity.
Yeah.
What pencils do you both prefer to use?
Ooh. Okay. I have two brands. One Rose Art and one is Crayola.
And what about you, Ali?
Um. Yes, I use Crayola, Crazy Art, Rose Brand, and actually a a Dollar Tree knockoff color pencil set that I use as well that works very well as well.
Oh, I was
Okay.
hoping for either Faber-Castell or what was the other one? Oh yeah, Doan Art Studio. Oh well.
Nice. So Allie, what are your like favorite colors you use, like color pencil wise? Like for me, I use a lot of like the metallic colors and neon. Like I love like the vibrant brightness and like shimmering, kind of stuff. So I use like gold, silver, and copper. I have like this copper pencil, which is so freaking cool. It's not Crayola and it's not Stanford. It's or Rose Art. Like it's something else. I forgot what the fuck it was. But yeah, like when I draw stuff, like it would be like some metallic type of pencil. Do you have any like preference about that, or like have you ever used them?
I um a yes and a no. Like I I use like I don't use any other color pencils like that. I just basically use the color pencils that are like colors of the colors of the rainbow. Except except I do also use black, brown, um, gray, and apricot or peach for like to make human skin color.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Same.
Um, I really don't have a favorite. I really don't have a favorite color pencil that I like to use. My favorite color is both blue and purple, so I'm guessing I would like those two.
Yeah, like indigo-ish type.
Yeah.
Um, I have this like this neon green pencil, and I love it. Like I sharpened it like so much, like it's barely like you can barely use it. But damn, it is such a beautiful color. I use that like in the iris, like of like drawing eyes and stuff to really like make it pop. It's pretty cool.
Have you guys ever played with Photoshop or what was that other one? The Japanese program?
I'm not sure about the Japanese program, but I have played with Photoshop. Not very good at it. I was pretty good at MS Paint though. Like back in the day, like when I had a PC, I would like play on MS Paint and like draw logos and stuff and do all kinds of crazy shit.
There was a question in an alley. Are you back yet? Or
Hmm?
there's a question for Ali if she had a FA page.
Oh,
Good old Fur Affinity.
Yeah, I apologize for that. My dad had to get Cooper out of the room. My cat basically. Anyways, yes, I do have a fur affinity page. It's new. I have not posted any art on there yet. It is called Furry Trash 89. So like because I'm furry trash basically. That is a straight up fact. I am furry trash, but like yeah, that's my fur affinity.
Yeah, I'm definitely furry trash too. Like for sure. I once had license plates that said my name Avera on them. Unfortunately, one of them got stolen, and I don't have that anymore. But yeah, like you're good, Ali. You're freaking
Yeah,
good.
it, I never thought you would bring up that comment. Honestly, I was gonna leave a comment for that on my user before you brought that up. Honestly,
Okay. Do we have any more live comments?
Mighty says Prisma art.
Oh, Prisma. Okay, yeah, Prisma's pretty good.
by the way, hello, Mighty. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
So, with all that, should we look at a little follow up from 2 weeks ago?
Oh, indeed, we should. Let us go follow on that up.
So, there's been some new rumor or some stuff coming out about the Russ shooting incident. Now, should be fair and should be warned that when stuff like this is still evolving and information is still coming out, the best thing to do is to sit back, let the authorities do their job. Slowly absorb things as they go through. And if you don't like the way things go, go to like the lawmaker, like your local politician, and say, oh, hey, this happened. I'm not happy about it. Can you get something to change about it versus turning around and burning down the entire city because you don't like how something went? Idiots. So anyway, it turns out there was a few more interesting things. So the salary of the person who had the guns was like under $8,000. Without having anything to base that on, I'm guessing by the article it's rather cheap compared to what you'd find with other movies like The Avengers
Yeah,
or James Bond.
this was more of like an indie movie, basically. They had a pretty low budget, surprisingly, but they did. So, how do you pronounce that? Gutierrez, the armorer who oversaw guns and ammunition on the Western Rust, was paid a total of $7,913, or 5,836. I'm sorry, 63 pounds for her work on the film, according to a draft of the production budget obtained by the Hollywood Reporter. Now, such a sum is not atypical for a new hire on a fairly small budget film feature, but it's likely to come under scrutiny in the wake of the fatal shooting of on-set cinematographer Helena Hutchins by star and producer Alec Baldwin. I think her name was Helena, but maybe they spelt it wrong in this article. Baldwin was to be paid $150,000 for his work as lead actor and another $100,000 in his capacity as producer. 4 of the 5 other producers were all to be paid $150,000.
No, 100.
Oh, I'm sorry, $150. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. The total budget for the film was $7,279,305, with fewer than 100 employees, about 75 crew and 22 actors, as well as 230 background extras. Okay. The director, Joel Souza, who was also injured buy the gun that Baldwin fired was to earn, Jesus Christ, $221,000. And Hutchins was to have earned 48,945. Dave Halls, the first assistant director who handed the gun to Baldwin, according to sheriff's affidavits, was to earn $52,000. Are you kidding me? Bro, why didn't you check the gun before you gave it to him? What do you mean?
This is the reason why in movies they usually use prop guns.
Bro, they gave him a real gun. What the actual crap? What?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a photo of the individual who handled the firearms or was responsible for them in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it kind of sent the wrong message to me about them being sort of mentally unstable with firearms. At least that's from my point of view from the photo that was posted online. Now, if the individual had been holding it in such a way to imitate like a movie poster from another film, I could understand that, but with the way they were just being like lazily held up in the air,
and pulling the trigger too. Like, you don't do that. Apparently this same gun has misfired, quote unquote, like 3 times.
Yeah.
Already. Like, that's a problem.
See, this is also a excellent example of this is why you don't point a gun at someone.
Never.
Unless you intend to shoot them.
Yeah, basic gun safety training. Like, if you're an actor using an actual gun, hell, even like if it fires blanks, like you should be trained to like know how to use this on set. It shouldn't be like some off-camera kind of goofing around type of thing.
Well, here's the thing. My understanding of firearms, if I was in a movie and the gun was handed to me by the technician, I would have, because they're paid, trained, and supposedly a professional, I would trust what they say. If I was to pick up a gun while on set outside of filming, I would still check it.
Yes, exactly. Make sure the safety's on, make sure it's not loaded with like actual bullets. Yeah, of course. Of course you would. Like, most normal, reasonable people would do that, right? I would assume.
Generally, I would also not actually pick up the firearm, and I would instead ask the technician.
Well, like, if I was an actor on set and then they gave me this, quote-unquote prop gun, and they said, okay, so you're going to, shoot this scene, you're going to turn this direction, you're going to aim it up, you're going to shoot, and then, we cut. Okay. So sure, that's a controlled environment. Like, that's fine. How in the fuck did someone die from this? That's the problem.
For myself, looking at this is an example of people literally taking the piss and doing whatever they want. Now, I can understand for realism, always having like real guns. I would still ensure that there was never actual live ammunition on set. If
they said
ammunition
there was a projectile. It seems like there was. This is from a different article, mind you, but
another article also stated that the guns were used outside of work hours for target shooting, or playing around with.
I saw. I saw that.
That's something where it's going a little off. Now, like for myself, when I'm at work, if I want to start sewing, I really can't do that. But I have seen other people turn around and use the sewing machines for their own little hobby. Still, something can hurt you, but it's generally monitored. Where in this case, Baldwin was definitely not monitored, and he decided to take the piss out of things. So while this is still evolving, and the final reports haven't come out, this is hopefully going to be a big wake-up call for the industry, and that new hires should at least start off with being assistants on movies instead of just outright, doing
Nobody
stuff.
should have died in this case. This is a crazy situation. Say what you want
Very.
about Alec Baldwin. I mean, obviously he's a fuckwit. We all know that. He's some libtard chill. But at the end of the day, someone is dead because of this mistake. That obviously he didn't know. I don't think, even the article says, we're not saying that anybody had any intent. There's going to be a tragedy of homicide. Of course not. He didn't want to kill someone. I don't think he did. But the fact is,
The way it reads currently, this was definitely an accident.
I think so. Yeah.
Just the way things have been coming out about it, the evolving story. I highly doubt that Baldwin would have turned around and just decided to shoot a cast member. But in time, we'll eventually find out what's happened, and then it can be put to rest. And Baldwin may end up spending some time in prison.
I think that Alec Baldwin was probably being like negligent about it. Like maybe he just didn't understand like proper gun safety. Like the fact that he pointed this thing at someone and pulled the trigger, like that's kind of messed up too. Maybe he thought it was a blank. Like you don't play around with that kind of stuff.
This is also a case for work safety. I mean, this isn't India where an entire building burns down and everyone inside dies. But still, I mean, you shouldn't be screwing around. You really shouldn't be. And this is an excellent example for OHS. What happens when you do screw around and then people get killed?
Well, that's
not something that should happen, but yeah.
It did. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. All right. Before we close out, do we have any other live comments? Anyone want to ask questions or make some statements? Anything?
No.
Well,
here's one.
So, from Foxhorn, he says, "I saw a funny meme that went something like, quote, I stand Alec Baldwin because there's no way in hell I'm standing in front of him." Yeah, sounds about right. I wouldn't stand in front of him either. Yikes. Yeah, he clearly has no fucking clue about gun safety. Okay.
How do I get rid of that? Oh, there it is. Hide. Whoops.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's about time to wrap this up. I hope everyone enjoyed this show as much as we did making it. Do you guys have any final statements? Allie?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry that I apologize I interrupted a bit. I was fixing to say I did ask you for someone to like mention something.
Oh yeah, I will.
I got to go buy myself some needles today.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, sewing machine needles, not like injection needles, but I love to screw around with words like that. I'll have to change my icon for the next podcast for well, let's just say it's going to look questionable.
Okay. Well, one of our members, Mighty Red Wolf, he has his own podcast too, and you can go check that out on YouTube. He goes live, I believe tomorrow. He's having a live show, which is super cool.
Oh, actually, he said that he's doing one. He said that he was.
Oh,
doing
tonight?
One yeah.
Okay, well, right on, guys. Check out Mighty Red Wolf. Yeah. Anyways, Noble, do you have any final thoughts about this week?
It was a dull week, to be honest. I like those.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, yeah, you're right. It was kind of dull. Like, nothing really crazy happened. I will say it was pretty cool that, like, Spyro 2, I believe, turned 21 on November 2nd. 21 years since Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, the best Spyro game.
The
Like, damn.
fire-breathing lizard.
All right, guys. Well, this was super fantastic, and I'm so glad that we were able to have this today. Anyways, Noble, you wanna do our outro?
And
All
for
right.
future episodes, they are... Oh, sorry, did you want to do this one?
Sure. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and more to come. Our episodes are available all over the damn place, especially on Podbeam. Check that out.
All right.
Well,
Let's end this.
hope you guys have a fantastic night. This is the Furry Raiders signing off.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye.